You know who I don't trust? Me. My ability to do all I know how to do is go.
It's like the reverse of Scarface when he's like, you know who I trust? Me. That's who. You're like, you know who I don't trust? Me.
That's who. I don't. Life is a challenge.
How do you get through it?
Laughing at the dark and dirty. We walk you through all the naughty secrets of the adult industry, and you get to be a fly on the wall with two best friends in the business of boobs.
We want to hear your dirty secrets too.
If you have stories to share, questions for us, need advice, which may or may not be helpful,
But we'll make you laugh.
we'll always be laughing here, and we thank you for coming this week.
The Totally Wholesome, Not Dirty podcast, hosted by Molly Stewart and Laura Contreras.
Oh, I wasn't recording.
Dang!
Anyway, I love you.
Hi. I really love your shoes.
Now it's like awkward because
You have no shoes on.
I don't have shoes. You're like, I love them. Are those the new invisible Balenciagas?
Yes, the ones that look like socks.
The one that looks like Sasquatch paws.
The
Yeah,
one
those
that
ones.
looks like Flintstones' feet.
Oh my god, they do.
Mine do too.
They kind of make that sound like
Yeah.
like when they go and they.
For sure. I'm due for a pedicure real soon.
You have really long toenails.
Yeah, they're it's a month long of no pedicure. I'm going Friday.
That's crazy. I feel like I always end up stubbing my toes. And I don't like really need the pedicure just to shave off the bottoms. It's just that my nails kind of keep themselves trimmed on my feet because I'm always slamming them into things.
Yeah. I think my fingernails are actually shorter than my toenails.
I think they are.
No, I'm kidding.
Anyway,
Hey.
welcome back. This is always fun to start things this way. Speaking of feet,
Yeah.
we have a breaking development.
Breaking news.
I'm going to mute this until we do podcast because I'm like hearing email notifications. That was fun. So we have breaking news on the Totally Wholesome, Not Dirty podcast. You want to talk about this? Because we've had a discussion for quite some time about basically you. Mm-hmm. Do you sell feet pics? Do you not sell feet pics? How much are you going to dip the proverbial and physical toe into the industry? You know what I mean? And you have been receiving some demand.
Yeah. So I log into my Wholesome fans. Wholesome. And I got a message from a new subscriber, which thank you to everyone that is part of my Wholesome fans. I really appreciate and enjoy talking to you guys. I love sharing BTS with you all from a lot of our shoots together, funny moments that I can. I know I'm not as active as I probably should be, but you know.
That's because you're in demand.
You know.
I mean, I do
my best.
You're busy.
And we're all busy. But the thing is, this guy messages me, right? He shall remain anonymous, but you know who you are.
Did he send a picture of his penis?
No. And the thing is, like, if you go through my DMs, you'll see how wholesome they are. And it's always people that understand. I am not in the industry, and I'm not putting a toe in.
You're only industry adjacent. But I think that you should because you
Those
said you
toenails?
you said you want a new car.
I do want a new car.
And think about if you could have someone from afar,
Right.
not in person, worshiping your feet and giving you money to keep your pedicures on point.
You're right. You're totally right. But it's not wholesome.
But is it?
It is because it's a foot, but it's not because someone's doing something nasty while they're looking at your feet.
You don't have to know that. You don't have to see that. You're not doing like dick ratings like mama over here.
Yeah, and if you guys can call in and let me know if you think this is something I should step into, get it?
Please call
in 702-900-6446.
I love all the feet puns that we've been.
We want, step in. The water's fine.
Dip a toe in. But seriously, please do.
Tiptoe
He
in.
wants you to dip your toe into his asshole.
Yeah,
That's
so
pretty sure what he wants.
Yeah, he wrote me a message in the DMs and said, "I'm more interested in watching you on the podcast. You drive me crazy. I love bare feet." So today I wore some really cool shoes. Not barefoot.
Yeah, you're not rewarding that behavior.
No.
He said that without even giving you any monetary attention,
Correct.
I assume.
Correct.
Now,
So-
maybe if he had sent you a tip, since, sir, you listened to the podcast, perhaps send a tip. And maybe next episode you'll get some bare feet.
Yeah.
You ever think about that? Buy her coffee, goddammit. If you're going to look at her feet.
Buy me a pedicure.
And if her feet are going to make your dick hard, if my beautiful Laura's feet are going to cause you to get a massive raging erection that you need to tell her about, then you need to give her some money. You know what I mean? I
Just
think it's only
saying.
fair.
Just saying.
I mean, look at them. You want to
Just
keep them
saying.
looking like that?
Fresh.
Pedicures, please.
Pedicures.
Keep her on point.
Come on.
And so I think that you should start selling feet pics.
All right. Well, I'll take it into consideration.
Okay. Well,
I'm going to sleep on it.
Yeah, okay. That's good. And he's going to sleep after he's jerked off to your feet.
Yes, exactly. So, yeah, you guys, we want to hear what you think. Is this wholesome? Is selling feet pics a good step into the direction that I need to go in?
I think that it's one part of your never-ending journey of life, really. And if you're closing yourself off from opportunities, then what are we even doing here?
Exactly.
It's like,
I hear that. I hear that.
like, what if
completely.
Feet Finder wanted to sponsor us? And they're like, the only way we can do this is if we have like a whole gallery of
What
Laura's
is Feet Finder?
It's like a celebrity feet, like photo finder.
Hey, shout out Feet
They were
Finder.
so they offered Margot Robbie like $500,000 or something like that to make a feet something like celeb feet, something like that. You guys can tell me. I don't know, David, maybe put an article somewhere. We're informational now. This is our news segment. All right.
I'm interested.
I'm interested. I mean, I would be totally interested in $500,000 for photos of my feet.
Totally.
Are you kidding me? I am charging way too cheap of prices here. So if you want to experience those cheap prices, y'all know where to go.
Maybe I should start a campaign for feet pics. If I hit $500,000, I will start. Ding dong.
How's your naked campaign?
It's still there, and my highest tipper is still John Saul. So shout out to John Saul.
Shout out, John.
We love you, and he really kept the campaign alive. So because of that, I think I'm still like at least 30% of the way, or
Hell yeah.
about that 25% maybe.
I love that.
So we'll get
that.
there.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to see her naked. I've been dreaming about it for years now.
Well, we had a really fun day.
We had a really fun day. Do you think it was wholesome?
It was so wholesome.
It was the most wholesome experience I've had in Vegas in a long time.
And
I would say.
we painted the town red, if you know what I mean.
We really did. You were wearing the red podcast shirt. So.
Yeah. And we also were wearing something underneath our shirts.
Yeah.
You were wearing...
And we killed a bunch of people, so just blood everywhere.
Mm-hmm. And
It's just a joke. Calm down.
we're getting ready for Halloween.
Ooh, Halloween season is upon us. I'm so excited.
Yes.
We have so much planned for Halloween. There's so many shoots that are upcoming. It's going to be insane. But I love that this year I feel like we've put more thought into the things, or at least my brain has gone on several crazy trains. I read you the whole concept for a few of them, and let me just tell you, Mama's been creative, because Halloween puts me in the mood. It makes me so happy. I don't give a fuck about no pumpkin spice. Starbucks coffee is fucking terrible. You can't tell me otherwise. But what I do love is Halloween. I love everything about it. It's giving Voorhees, as we've been saying for like a month now and still haven't addressed, but it's giving Voorhees, and it's giving murder, it's giving blood, it's giving horror, and it's giving horror, because I'm getting involved in all of that with my hoe shit. So it's really, really exciting, and I'm very much here for it.
Buckle up, everyone.
And
it's all coming your way.
Do you think that for October we should do a different episode with a different outfit for each day of the month? Can it just be us?
Whatever
and we'll
we
just
decide.
be spoopy.
You guys will
All right,
find out.
I think that we're gonna have to plan a bunch of stuff, because we do have other fun stuff coming in October as well. We want to talk about an upcoming live stream.
Mm-hmm. So mark your calendars, everybody.
September 29, we are going to be doing a live stream on my OF, and sign up is currently free. I think I'm going to keep it free. Fuck
that
it.
would be good.
I would love to keep it free, actually. I will keep my OF free so that y'all can see the live stream, okay? Because it's going to be wholesome, kind of. I mean, I'll probably show my boobs. David can just cut away from my camera.
I might show a
and y'all
toe.
can see it live. What if we rubbed our toes together? Would you let me give you a foot massage on our live?
No. We're going hard now.
Listen.
I haven't even said I wanted to make feet content. Now you're offering to massage my feet.
You already said that you're going to do
For
feet
free?
content. Heel dough.
For free.
Heel dough.
Okay, but for free? For free? We can't do this as the start of the feet content.
Should I run a campaign for a foot massage for you, and then I'll just give you half?
Well, I'm just saying. I don't know. We'll decide.
Okay.
It could happen.
What is something crazy that you could see happening
toe.
on live? Just a toe?
Yeah. That's a
one
big
toe?
start.
You show your toes now.
I know, but they're in a shoe. And now that I know you're watching, They're going to
only-
be in shoes.
The shoes are going to get bigger and bigger. You're going to have those weird, like, croc, like, boots that everyone's wearing. What is going on with that? Have you been seeing that?
I don't know. Wait, which one?
Like, the big, like, rubber boots that make people look like they have duck
baby feet?
Like, they're huge.
Yeah.
And bright. And I don't understand it. Is it fashion?
It looks like they're cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know. They're expensive, too.
Why? I don't understand fashion.
I don't either. I was watching someone they were like, these are the trends, like fashion in San Francisco. And this guy's walking down the street and he looked like he was wearing things that he found at a thrift store. You know, like things that were really like grungy and like with holes and baggy. And then he had those big boots on, those really big shoes. That were,
I don't understand
bubbly and
why. Like, they don't look good.
No, it's weird. And they were like, oh, these shoes retail at $1,000. And I'm like, what? They must be those Balenciaga.
What?
Yeah, if they're the ones I'm thinking of, that you're thinking of.
Well, it must be, because that's like the only reason that you'd ever see someone wearing that is because they're a cunt and they just like, I spent $1,000 on these fugly ass things.
Yeah, I got these
Fuck
at
y'all.
I got these at
What?
Neiman Marcus and they're $1,000.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I hate that. It bothers me so much what people are willing to like spend money on, like, and I know even some people like don't understand people who spend money on OnlyFans, for instance, which I totally understand. It's definitely not for everyone.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not going to judge you for like, but I don't understand why people judge other people for it.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, it provides a service. All right? It gets people's jollies off. I make people happy. I do a little ha-ha. You know what doesn't do a little ha-ha? Fucking brightly colored orange moon boots made of rubber that looks like they're straight off a fucking Jimmy Neutron. That does nothing for the world.
Yes.
All right? You're just a dick. Like, spend $1,000 on these ugly fucking boots so people can know that I have money. Go fuck yourself.
A flashy dick at that.
That's crazy. I hate it. Is it like, maybe it's people who don't want to get laid and they're like, I know if I wear these,
It's not going to happen.
it's not going down. Fuck.
They
I
have
hate
no
that.
swag.
What's like one of the worst fashion trends that you remember, like growing up or recently?
Those I mean, I don't know if it bugged me, but I thought it looked ridiculous. Remember those really big Janko jeans? Like all the leg was huge, not bell bottomy.
Yeah,
It was just a giant, like a raver pant.
Yes.
I thought
yes,
those
but
were kind of
denim.
crazy.
I didn't like those at all.
It looked like a dress, but with the, where there are pants.
Yeah. And it seems like they're to be really heavy to drag around.
A
'cause
lot
it's
of
denim.
fabric, heavy.
What was the year of that?
90s
Oh, yeah.
or early
I remember
2000s.
seeing them, but I don't like that.
I didn't like it. What about you? What fashion trends did you not like?
Fashion trends. I don't like that low-rise jeans went away, and I know that it's controversial or whatever, but I don't like having things like, people are like, why do you wear
1985.
Ugh, I hate it.
1985.
I hate them. I hate them.
They're so
Burn it with-
ugly.
burn it with
the
fire.
pocket goes to the floor.
Ugh. God, I
David,
hate
put a picture of
You could
Janko
put, like,
jeans.
you could put a whole like dildo in there. Like, you could put 4, one in each pocket.
Why wear a purse when you have those pockets like that? You
That's
don't-
a home. Those pants are a home.
Yeah, my parents would live in there, and your corgis would live in yours.
Like, the pants aren't heavy enough. We throw like 30 pounds in each pocket. Let's go.
Let's fill them with all our pets.
Oh my god. But controversial. I don't like when things sit up here.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't even like garter belts. I like how they look.
Yeah.
But for some reason,
The feel.
someone asked me a question on Instagram today that was like, what sensory things do you don't like? I like to be choked with a hand, but put a choke around me and I feel like I might die after like an hour. I don't like things around my middle because it also feels like I'm being like constricted and I just want to like pull it.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? I hate it. So I don't like the high-rise jeans because then I feel like I sit down. And when I sit down, I'm like, I'm constricted and I'm dying.
It's tight.
Like, and I don't, they're just terrible. And then also it's like, I work abs.
Yeah.
Man. I want to show them off. Like,
Yeah.
what does skinny jeans ever do to people? I hated skinny jeans. You want to know why I hated skinny jeans? Try getting that through a fucking skinny jean ankle. Try.
David, censor that foot. I'm kidding.
I dare you to try. It can't be done. Do you know when you made that little bracelet and I somehow squeezed and contorted my hand into it? That's what I would have to do with my feet to get into the skinny jeans.
Your bones turn to jelly and you squish it in.
Yes. Like a hamster.
Yes. They're like, Yeah.
But yeah, no, I hate I don't know why I just ranted like really aggressively
I know,
about skinny jeans.
That's actually a real thing though about the whole like not wanting to feel fabric, like something constricting. That's
Yeah,
a thing in a lot of people's lives. Like I know several people who won't wear clothing that is fitted.
Mm-hmm.
It's always got to be a little bit loose.
I like it fitted in certain places, but it's like even even like a big just hanging t-shirt I will cut. I always have to because I don't like the feeling of it on
here
my sides. I don't know what it is.
And then also like the whole like also like eating a lot, like to the point where you feel tight like in your stomach. I know people that don't like that. I know people that don't like seatbelts because they feel like they're being like suffocated, but it's the law.
Oh, the seatbelts I can't do. I need to move it like to my shoulder, because if it just sits where it normally is, sometimes I'll look at my man and he's driving and he just drives so normally. I'm like, how do you do that? Like, it's just the seatbelt just right here. And I'm just like, me when I'm driving, I'm like, I don't like my hand here. I'm going to hold it like this. And then I'm going to hold it like this. And then I'm going to move around the side. Fuck the seatbelt. Like,
it's how can I get comfortable? But I can't. I feel like this all is uncomfortable. I do that though. I'll move it to the side. And then I'll like go, okay, wait, this feels weird too. So then I'll move it back. Weird.
Or I'll put it like under my boob and under my armpit here. And then I have to move my arm up to try.
Yeah, and it's like all weird.
Isn't comfortable either.
It's like, oh gosh. But I do wear my seatbelt. I do.
I wear it. It's just like you never know what version you're going to get.
No. And it always is going to switch
change 5 times before we get to the destination.
Yeah. It's like fashion. I like it this way. I like it this way.
Sorry, that was a tangent. Y'all know how much I love making content, and one of the most important things for quality videos is lighting. But who wants the same old boring ring light? You can upgrade from basic to adorable at kawaiilighting.com with code TWND for 10% off. This podcast is lit by Kawaii Lighting's star-shaped ring light. There are also heart and kitty cat options to make you feel as cute as these lights look. Kawaii Lighting has many RGB options, which you'll have seen used in many of my videos and photos. Don't be basic. Stand out with Kawaii Lighting by using code TWND to save 10% and help support this wholesome pod. Let them know we sent you. Speaking of destinations, what do we do today?
We went all over Las Vegas. And we started at a boba place, which was really fun. It was like
we
really,
want to
really cool.
Create content that isn't just pornographic in nature. We want content that can be available to everyone and anyone could enjoy. I mean, anyone can enjoy the other content too. No judgment or shame here. But, browser history. So we wanted to showcase some of our favorite places in Vegas and some places that we enjoy going. But we thought, how can we promote the podcast doing that?
Yep.
So we had talked about it before. And we, at the boba place, what do you want to talk about the boba? Because we went to this place and there were little moose animals.
They're so cool.
David, I'll share photos. Also, if you are only listening, we are showing little photos of moose creatures. They were made out of chocolate mousse with little berry filling, and they're very, very delicious. I like how I'm looking at it like it's there, and it's not there at all. Just like,
I had a cute little dog, like a little Frenchie bulldog. It was so cute.
It looked like Julia.
They were delicious.
They were so good.
And I decapitated mine.
Yes.
I was like,
I ate the ass off of mine first. I started with the ass. You started with the head.
I was like, oh.
So is that how you typically start? Is with head?
I think so. It is actually.
I like to go for the ass when when it's available to me.
She's like, bend over.
Bend over. Let me check your ass.
Cough. But the boba was delicious. The atmosphere there was super cool. Everything was super pink.
Very, very adorable. I don't know if I want to give a shout out just because it seemed I don't want it to get ruined. Do you know how? You know what I mean? If anyone's curious, I'll let you know.
I mean, you guys will see the photos.
You'll see the photos,
and then it won't take you long to figure out where it was. Because it's kind of like all over social media, right? Like,
isn't it crazy how much you can just like find out on the internet? About anywhere, anything, like the reverse image searches and all that. Like, imagine doing that when I was a kid. Anyway, I'm old.
Do your work. Find out where we went.
What we decided to do was represent some podcast merch. So Laura wore that, and I wanted to represent what I do Of course. And then underneath, we decided, why don't we just shock factor people and do a little exhibition,
Yep.
as it were. So we're going to show you a little clip that we've provided for you here.
It was so fun.
How you doing? That's cool. Wow, this is a cool bathroom. And this is a cool podcast. You should listen to it.
I'm a genie
I like-
in a bottle.
You gotta run me
The right way.
Welcome back. Like I was
Hope
doing
you
like
guys
a little
like
thing.
that.
So I had a lot of fun because I think that's probably the most flashing I'll ever get out of you, and unless you do decide to start doing feet content, because I don't feel like, for some reason, I feel in my head that the campaign will never be cleared because it wasn't meant for me to see you naked. I'm like starting to believe that because it's been so long.
Yeah.
And I feel like at this point, it's just probably never going to happen. So I had a lot of fun being as risque as possible with you.
Yeah.
Because typically
With the thoughts
my
of
other
it.
friends hoe out much more.
I like to put out. I mean, not put out. I like to hold out.
I mean, just not to anyone.
True.
You do like to put out. Let's
I
be
do.
honest. I've heard some things.
Some things.
Starting with head.
So then after we had boba and our moose little desserts, what did we do after that?
So after that, what? Now I'm confused. Huh?
15.
15.
We went to
Area 15. Yes.
That was so fun.
So
Just to take photos
sorry.
outside.
I just had a moment where I was confused because I was like, in my head, see, this is why we need David here. Because in my head, I was thinking, we took all the videos, we'll just make a compilation of them and then put it there instead of us. But now I realize that we'll probably be doing it in small segments and talking our way through each one.
We could. That's true.
Or do you want to just talk about the things that happened during? Because
Yeah.
they didn't get to see some
The
of the
highlights.
things. Because let's be honest.
The highlights.
When we stopped at Area 15, I wanted to show you the mirrors because you've never been to Area 15, right?
I have. I've been
have?
there. Yes.
Okay.
I just didn't do the
The Meow Wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we walked everywhere, which was cool.
Okay, good.
And I didn't go into that little thing that we went into.
Yeah.
So that was new.
Yeah. So we didn't want to like disturb anyone with our flashing, but let's be honest, it's not like really flashing if you think about it. Like it's not. It's just us being ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I think that people have seen a lot worse in Vegas, if I'm honest. But we go into the little mirror area, and as soon as we open the door, there's like at that moment that I was like, a child.
I'm glad we didn't walk in like full like throttle, like you know, and then he just comes out like, because his face already was kind of like.
That's just because I'm like in the heat. I wasn't wearing heels. I forget. Children are just very small. I don't often look down and like see the top of someone's head. You know what I mean? I
This
was
is me.
like, oh, Laura, you're back to blonde. I see.
No, my Mariah Carey era.
The Marrera.
The
I think we
Mariah.
called it the Marrera before.
We did.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so we did all those adventures. Some of the
Yes.
like the funnest things I think were like also like when we got to go eat.
Oh, that was really good. We didn't even flash anything there because it was like we got
You
heat stroke.
did?
We got heat stroke from that bathroom.
You did flash there.
I did.
I have proof.
I forgot.
food came.
I guess you'll just roll that footage.
It'll be in the
I
clip.
don't even know how David is going to
It'll be
edit
in the
this
clip.
because I was like, oh, are we doing one clip or are we doing all of them together? No one knows, David. I trust you. You know who I don't trust? Me. My ability to do fuck all. All I know how to do is go.
It's like the reverse of Scarface when he's like, you know who I trust? Me. That's who. You're like, you know who I don't trust? Me.
That's who. I fucking don't. Every time I'm like, oh, I thought I have this shit figured out. I don't.
But you sure did. You flashed when the food came.
I
went
d-
and did a
oh,
little
that's right. I
video
got
and then-
excited.
It was.
I get excited and I just have to get naked.
Yeah. As soon as food arrives, tops
Yeah.
off.
Oh man, it was funny. Like I hate that I'm like this, but like we ordered this food and I expected it for some reason to look one way and it didn't look that way. And after I bit into it, I was like, it's a weird texture.
Me too. I did.
And
I was a little worried.
There's multiple colors going on here that I don't understand.
Yeah.
And Laura's like, oh, but it tastes good. I was like, no, you don't understand. Once I think it looks weird, even if it tasted fine, that bite in my mouth is suddenly terrible.
It
I'm like,
really
it's like I don't understand. My brain's like,
malfunction.
oh.
It's like, for me, it was the two different colors going on freaked me out, because I was like, okay, so why is this? And I'm going to ask. I'm going to literally ask the waitress. So this isn't meat, right?
No, you know the panic inside of the thought of like ever questioning food that is brought to me or anything?
Yeah.
Did I tell you about the time? Did I tell you about my pillow meltdown when I bought couch pillows in Australia?
No.
Oh my God.
What happened? Pillow meltdown.
I saw some couch pillows, man. And there was like a sign that said like, oh, whatever, it's fucking 70% off. Like some crazy sale. I was like, oh, pillows, sale, woman. Here we go. And
let's go.
But and so I went in, found the pillows I wanted, and brought it to the counter. And in my head, I knew what the price should be with the discount that was on the sign, you know? And I checked the brands, like it was all the things. And when it rang up, it was so not the price that I thought it was in my head. And I was like, that seems like a lot of money for pillows. All sale pillows. And you know what I did? Nothing. I just swiped that card and I was like, that just a exchange rate. I'm a dumb person. I don't know. No, they were just full price. So I realized that they weren't discounted on the receipt after I left the store with my man. And he's like, well, we'll just go back and ask why they weren't discounted. I was like, no. I had a panic attack in a K-Mart. I didn't buy them from K-Mart. We walked to K-Mart and I'm panicking this whole time. He's just like, we'll just go fix it. I was like, no, it's fine. I just think it's really weird that they didn't discount them and the sign said it was discounted. And he's like, we'll just go talk to them. I was like, I can't. No, we can't do that. And the panic that ensued, I had a fucking meltdown. Like I just like stared into like a shelf in a K-Mart in like the garden section, and he's there being so calm and be like, it's fine, we'll figure it out. I'm just like and I freak out. I was like, I can't breathe, I don't know what's happening. And I didn't realize until later. It was like, dude, with my ex, anytime that there was any customer service or anything that he did not minutely like, he would like yell at people and like go ham.
It's the trauma.
And so it's for me, I was just like, oh, I'll never question anything about that. And I'm not like that bad now, but that was a while ago now.
It's the trauma. It still lives there.
Do you know how fucking embarrassing it is to have a panic attack in a K-Mart?
I bet you others have done it. But it's like, it's the Aquarius in him and in me where we're like, it's okay. I'm going to ask why this shit's two colors. Like, and I'm going to get down to the bottom of this. And you were like really quiet. And I was like,
oh, you're my best friend.
I'm like, hello, is this meat? Because I'm supposed to have jackfruit.
Meanwhile, do you know what I do? She asks, and I'm there just looking at my sandwich like, no.
She's like,
not eating it, just so I don't have to look at it.
No, you were like, and she's like,
I wasn't swallowing.
She's like, it's real good.
After she explained it, it tasted good again.
Yeah.
Crazy how that works. But in that moment that you're questioning it, I'm just like, I can't look.
And
I don't want to be.
And then we hear her run to the back and talk to the chef.
Oh, yeah.
And she goes, they said you did a really good job at frying up those patties. Yeah. Tastes like meat. Yeah. And then the guy's like, fantastico in the back. And I'm like, all right, cool. We're good. We're good.
But it's moments like that I'm just like, am I 32 or like 5? What's going on? Like, why can't I just like people think like, I guess because of what I do or whatever, that I'm not nervous, I'm not shy, there's no anxiety. It's just about most things I don't give a fuck about.
Yeah.
Human interaction, totally a different thing. Take off my boobs, like shove fingers inside of me, put a dildo up there that looks like a dragon dick. I don't give a fuck. Talk to someone, voice your own opinion face to face. where they might reject you instantly or spit in your food or talk about you behind your back later when you don't even know them.
Confrontation. Oh, but you don't even know confrontation? No. They're going to go home and talk about you. Well, there was this one chick today who just was so polite and a real peach.
They're not.
A real peach.
They're not. I had that realization the other day. I was telling you, I was like, being gloomy is cap because people are saying cap now. And I decided that being in a bad mood was just like, what? Why? Why am I doing this to myself? Because I was having all this like mental warfare about like every person in my life who I care about because I was like alone for 2 days. Uh-oh. And
I mean, it happened.
but I drew and I started like planning all these reasons why you hated me and were mad at me.
Oh my God.
Well, my man, my brother, my dad, Maggie, all these things. And I was just like, it started to weigh down on everything. And I was like, I started really big and then I was like, oh no. It's like, you know, when you see one of those like things crushed by the big hydraulic press, that was me. I was like, ah.
No.
And that's how I woke up.
No.
Neck pain, whole 9 yards. And I was like, what am I doing? What? These people aren't even fucking thinking of me.
It's all
and
good.
if they are, fuck them. Unless it's good, then it's fine. But you know what I mean? But
Only good thoughts.
I know, but that's the thing is like I get into that place with like anyone because I just like panic that for some reason. Because it's happened so many times.
It
I
can
think
happen.
that's like
it can happen to a lot of people, not just you. Like for me, I will text my man, right? If I don't hear back within like let's say 4 to 5 hours,
yeah,
I get worried. I'm like, wait, what happened? Is he okay? Did I do something?
Yeah.
And I didn't do anything. I know. And I'm like, wait, why am I even acting like this? And I'm like, he will text me eventually, and it's fine. There's a lot of times where all of us are like not on our phones, or we see the message and we're in the middle of doing 5 other things. So we'll be like, all right, this isn't an emergency. We'll get back to them.
Yeah.
But it's like the panic I get. I get the panic. I get the whole self-doubts or like the things where like it's not really happening, but it happens in your head. And it's totally normal. Yeah. It's totally normal.
And I feel like it's one of those things too where I talk to so many people on a any given day, right? But it's not in person.
Right.
It's like, here I am and 3 dogs. I bark at them. I bark at my own dogs. Did you hear me with the treats earlier? Boof, woof, woof. What am I doing? That is because like I don't. It's like with camming too, where it would be like, you know, just me talking to myself, but talking to people. Like, but you don't see the people. There's like there is interaction back and forth. But then it feels like when the people who are like physical in your life and not like, oh, we're physical, but like, you know, like physically around you.
Yeah. When they're not immediate around, family, I'd say.
Yeah. When they're not around. And if you don't get a reply, when you're starting to already feel weird and lonely, then it just compounds like, you are weird and lonely. No one fucking likes you. No one ever has.
It's like,
you know what people do? They just take.
Yeah.
And they take until you're nothing but a shell.
A husk.
And that's what your brain does. Or it's my brain does. And if your brain does that, call in. 702-900-6446.
We want to hear.
Feel less alone. Because we know how that goes.
Yeah, we do. We get it. And it's human nature, I feel like.
Yeah.
You know, and we all have those feels. And especially as females too. Hormones. And that time of the month.
Don't even get me started on hormones. I could talk about hormones until I was dead.
Yeah.
Which I will be someday. We all will. Did you ever think about that?
Oh my God. Wait, talking about death. I got a text today at lunch. And it was so from a regular number that was not saved. Which, I mean, no offense. I have a lot of numbers in my phone not saved. But I still know who it is. And it's just me like going through the text going, oh wait, I didn't know who this is. It is just like my email. I'm just like, I know you. I don't need to say, okay, I will save it eventually. Anyway, so this text kind of freaked me out because you just see the first sentence on the text inbox, right? Yeah. And it says, looks like you may be the first to die, period. I looked at you instantly and looked around. You were so scared. Because I had a bad dream this morning. So it all kind of tied together. Yeah, and your face. Like, it was a thing. Like cold. I was there inspecting my sandwich, not sure what it was and if I could ever eat again. And then I look up and you're just like. And I felt, look at my hairs are standing. Just thinking of it. Dude, okay, so I I opened the text.
Yeah.
And my relief was so much like it was like because I signed up for this horror fest text message thing where they just like update you about like what's going to be happening, and they're saying like you can cast your votes on social media, and it's like the opening line though, why did it have to be so fierce? Like
That was really aggressive.
looks like you might be the first to die. And I was like, but my dream, let's talk about my dream this morning.
Yes, and then I want to show you a video message that I received in an email years ago that I think that you'll appreciate. I don't know if we'll be able to play it, but I would really like to, but I want you to see it and I don't want to forget.
Please. Okay, so my dream this morning, I remember just waking up and it was very vivid. I got shot. And it was really crazy. So, and you're to blame. You give me
a bad dream.
Yeah. So I remember just waking up, and in my dream, I'm in a car with two other people that I cannot tell you who they were. But the driver was driving. We're in a getaway car, going fast, and someone's chasing us. And
Like how it's a getaway car. Were you robbing a bank?
No, we were just hightailing out of this area, and someone's chasing us in the car behind us. So something was going on. We had to get out of there. And I remember going like this in the dream. And as I'm turning around, I see the driver behind us shoot at our car, and it goes through the window. It gets me in the neck. And I remember going, did I just get hit?
Did you wake up on impact or no?
I woke up with the panic of me getting shot and not being able to get into a hospital.
Yeah.
Like, to be saved. Because they were like, whoever was in the car was like, it's fine, just pull out the bullet. And I was like, I can't pull a bullet out of my neck. And how is this going to help?
What do you think that means?
I don't know, but
Should we dissect it?
Yeah.
Let's look it up.
So I remember in the dream waking up and feeling pain in my neck. Because I probably was sleeping like this in my dream.
Yeah.
And I was just like, how the heck did this happen?
All right.
But yeah. Then I got that text today. Hope you're ready to die, or you might be the first one to die. And I was like, why is this happening?
Okay. Dreams of being shot in the neck often leave us feeling perplexed and anxious.
Oh.
We will explore what this dream may mean and interpret it. Okay, let's look at it.
I love this. Shot in the neck.
Dreams of getting shot in the neck are surprisingly common and can have a range of meanings depending on the context of the dream. Okay, we have to look at the symbols associated with them. Getting shot in the neck can symbolize a sense of powerlessness or vulnerability. It can also represent a feeling of being threatened or attacked. Have you been feeling threatened or attacked?
Today at lunch. But it was ended up not being attacked or threatened.
But just in general?
No, my life's chill. Everything's been good. I think that it just was one of those wicked dreams. Maybe I watched a scary movie.
The neck is often associated with communication and self-expression, so it also may be reflecting difficulty with expressing oneself or being heard. Do you feel that you're not being heard in some instances?
No, I'm on a podcast. People listen. I mean, you know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like I've definitely not felt threatened.
Says may reflect feelings of being let down by someone close to you. Have I let you down?
No.
Anyone let you down recently?
No one's let me down, but we could talk about something funny that happened.
Maybe it was that.
No, but that...
Maybe, no, not because you're fine in the dream or whatever, but maybe because you had a breach of trust.
Maybe.
Do you know what I mean?
Could be.
So let's talk about that. But first... Actually, I'll start pulling it up. You start telling what happened to you.
So I was here with you.
It made me so mad, and I'm glad that later you told me that you didn't tell me when it happened because you knew I would be mad. You're like, I knew you'd do some shit.
It was protection. It was protection for many people. So I came over. We were hanging out, and I said, "You want to hear something funny that happened?" Because that's how I wanted to start it, anyways. Because it was funny. It wasn't like, "Bitch, guess what?" And it was like this. So I told her, yeah. So the other day, I have family in town,
Seething,
and I got a smoothie. Someone made me a smoothie. Should I just say who it was?
You might as well.
So my boyfriend's brother is here from Maui, and he made us a nice little smoothie to have during the day. Nice little pool day, hang out, chill. That smoothie was delicious. all amazing. And about an hour in to after having this smoothie, which I only sipped, thank goodness. I didn't chug the smoothie.
Yeah.
I took a couple sips. I go outside, and all of a sudden, everything starts to feel a little bit like this, if you know what I mean. A little wavy.
Yeah.
And I
A
noticed.
little wavy.
Yeah, and I'm walking, and I felt like the ground was kind of rolling a little bit.
Yeah,
and
we're
I
saying
was
like that filter that
Yeah.
makes people. You were doing it really good when you were standing. You had the whole like wiggle.
Yeah, the wiggle worm.
I could tell you went through it.
I did, and I was like, then I instantly like kind of like thought in my head, holy shit. And I turned around and I asked him, Duke, what was in that smoothie? That was not just a smoothie. And I've had psychedelics. I've done mushrooms. I have done other things. But like this one I felt in another way. So I instantly was like, so what was in there?
Because he said.
He told me there was acid and shrooms. And I was like, what? So I got dosed, and with not just like a hit of acid, it was 8 hits of acid. And half of a chocolate shroom. So
I'm
then
taking this off just to adjust the camera because I noticed it's crooked. So keep going, and then I can get close for dramatic effect.
So then I instantly go, well, dang, that puts a little, like, I'd say like a little bit of an obstacle in my day because I still had to do some gardening. I still had to do some things around the house. And this was really, really like, it was really interesting. So
Things
I'm
that
like,
probably could have been done easier and quicker if the floor wasn't made of jello.
yeah. And I remember watering
If the
plants.
universe wasn't moving around you, teaching you new things about yourself and life.
And birds weren't talking to me, and the little like lizards weren't dancing around. You know, like it was just like being in a Disney movie. So
Did you sing a little song?
yes, my ferrets actually turned into Steamboat Willie, like the little like old school Mickey Mouse.
No.
Yes.
Girl,
yes, it was so
you did not
cool.
tell me this much.
Like it was so cool. And
I
then-
thought it was like
It was
oh, it was just
mild.
a little. I didn't know that you were like seeing things.
Not like that, but like okay. The reason why I say Steamboat Willie is because they looked so small, my
Yeah.
ferrets, and their eyes looked beady.
Yeah.
And they looked puffy, like really cute.
like the big floof ferrets that you always send me
Yes.
photos.
And it was adorable. And I was like telling Carlo, I was like, they look so different. I'm like, but they look so cute. And I didn't want to touch them because I didn't know if contact high could happen.
Oh yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah.
So like I was
you
like,
don't
"Look
know.
how
You know what
cute
else
they
you
are."
don't know? That there are 8 hits of acid in your fucking smoothie. What in the actual? I would have driven
She
over
said
there
she would have
and
kicked his
started
ass.
a fist fight. When I tell you the rage that builds up, you know when you feel a rage in your stomach? Do you ever feel it there? Like it starts here and you're like, I have to shit, but it's actually rage and it like comes upwards and you're just like, "Roar!"
And then you go roar.
Yeah, and then you just like vomit out all these insults and fucking you stupid motherfucker, and then you just start. I made up a song in the car today about road rage. That was fun.
I loved it. But yeah, so it wore off. You know, it wasn't intense to where I was like sitting in a corner crying.
Yeah, but
And I
it's also
understood.
like
I
the principle of like tell someone so they can make their own decision.
And his answer was this. I knew you wouldn't have taken it if I would have said here.
That's not a good reason.
But it was a fun time. But I don't know. You should always be told. And I definitely thank my lucky stars for not being like more of like a like nervous or like afraid. You know, I was just like, well, how am I going to explain this to Carlo? Because I didn't even want to tell him or you.
Yeah.
Like when it happened, because I was
Because we're
like,
birds of a feather.
yes.
We fuck shit up together.
Yes.
Because if we had known, we both show up and just bro fist and go in there and just.
He would have been like, dude, what are you doing? And you would have done the same. But like when he got home, I just remember going, so yeah, I had a smoothie today.
Meanwhile, you're just like, he's like,
it was really fun.
it's so good. I had the best time. Sang a whole Disney song. It was great.
And then, yeah, it did wear off. And I was able to sleep. We were good. But like, I was just like, man, that was something that had never happened to me.
Yeah. That's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. But something else that's terrible is this. So I was sent this during the pandemic. I don't know who this person is. I don't know why it was sent to me, but it's kind of getting ready for spooky season. Ready?
Oh, shoot.
You can hold it by the microphone.
Should I? Yeah.
Oh, and since you're so good at breaking your promises to me, here's a promise for you. We're gonna be together forever, I promise. Just believe me, I'm not lying to you. Does that remind you of anybody you know?
What?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, goodness. That is real shit, right?
Yeah, so do you want to describe?
Well, this looked like a guy that has had a bad day. You know what I mean? And he was looking straight at the camera with blood on his neck. And then as he continued to talk, he took a knife and shreddy spaghetti on his neck.
Yeah, but not like killing, just like drawing blood. And I was
Marking
like,
himself.
I remember I was still drinking at the time, and I remember I was already a bottle of wine in when I got that in my email, and I was like,
What in the world?
I was so terrified because I was like, who is this person?
He's not okay.
No. And I'd never seen him before. There was no like
Contacts?
name or like, I don't think he even said my name. I'm like, was this him before me?
No.
Like,
I don't think
but
so.
how did it get to my email?
It was one like
it freaked me out so much. Anyway,
I think it got lost in the interwebs and then it just landed in your inbox.
yeah. And it was really, and at the time I was literally like, something bad's gonna happen to me. And then I drank another bottle of wine and I passed out and it was fine. So
that was the bad thing.
That was
You see,
omens.
you manifested that.
Omens. See, you're having weird dreams about getting shot in the neck because you were dosed with acid, without your knowledge or consent.
Several days later, though, I don't know why the dream happened, but it was vivid. It could have been that because I also went shooting in the desert recently.
You had that incident.
Oh.
That's why.
The tannerite.
That's why.
So apparently tannerite is fully illegal here in Nevada. If you guys don't know what tannerite is, it goes boom.
Yeah.
And
you shoot it.
it's a
it
big
explodes.
boom.
And
We had some.
they sell it.
They sell
at
it.
the stores here. So you didn't realize. And then
A ranger came.
Yep. And it was all taken care of, but that was probably why, because you didn't know it was a scary situation, and you're like, "Well, I'm getting shot in the neck now." So
That was it. It has to be it.
he puts the tannerite back in.
I know.
You guys take off, and then
I'm like driving home stressed out.
coming
That
after
was
you.
it.
That's it. Yeah.
I was so stressed out. I was like, because
'Cause-
as soon as he confiscated the bucket,
That's why. 'Cause
he
you-
ran over and put it in my trunk.
Yeah.
I was like, why are you doing that? I thought you were going to take it.
Yeah.
If it's so illegal, why are you putting it back in my possession?
Yeah.
It's like
That's
someone
That's
saying,
probably why you freaked out, because you were like, "I don't want this." Yeah. You're just, I'm good. Is it gonna explode?
I know. Well, and he also said, have a nice, safe trip home. Like, you were going to drive with this in your car? It's highly explosive. And I was just like, driving. Carl's like, don't worry, you're fine. I was like, what if someone hits us?
Yeah. Fuck.
I think that could have been it.
Well, it's the more you know.
The more you know, and I know now not to fuck with that. So, and I don't know why they sell it, but whatever. I guess that's how it goes. And I mean, imagine someone got in trouble for, like, let's say drugs, and then the cop goes, "Here you go, slap on the wrist." You know, like,
Yeah.
don't do that crack.
Yeah.
But here you go. And runs away.
Oh my god.
It was just a weird experience.
Yeah.
Holy
I
shit.
think most instances I've had with cops have been very weird experiences.
Yeah, this was a deputy doofus for sure.
Yeah.
He was just.
You said he got scared because other people were shooting steel tin or something.
Yeah, and so like it made that loud noise, like that pew pew, ting 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 ting, you know, and then he like goes like this. He's like, I was like, oh, don't worry, it's just those people over there. They're shooting steel targets. He's like, oh, great.
Yeah,
You're
he's
shooting
just-
tannerite. They're shooting steel targets.
He seemed like he just had it like up to here with everybody and everything.
Yeah,
but
he's like,
at
"You
least
just
now you
can't-"
know, so you don't get in trouble next time. Cause
Yeah, he's like, you just can't do that out here. It's okay, okay. All right. We should check out.
We have a voicemail.
Do it.
Sorry, so sorry. We wrote down so many things because we've been doing so much that I feel like I've just missed out on a lot of things we want to talk about. But once again, a little reminder, if you are still listening at this point, September 29, OnlyFans, we are going to have a live stream. If Laura doesn't get freaky, I probably will. So
It could happen.
you just never know. What if we found a heel-do in time?
I mean, it could happen. It's
never
just
know.
they've been sold
You
out. If
never
you guys know where to
what
find
could
them,
happen. And if you have things that you would like to see us do or talk about or anything like that on the live, please call in to 702-900-6446 for voicemails or email twndpodcast@gmail.com. And now we will listen to a voicemail.
Yay!
Because it's one of our favorite things is the voicemails.
Thank you for calling in. We love this.
That was good.
We ended at the same time, dude. Oh, you muted.
Oh, fuck.
Start it over.
From the top.
Now make it drop.
Can you
want to
unmute
push it?
Yeah. Thank you. I'm a very dumb person.
Ah.
Hey, Molly. Hey, Laura. Archie from Florida.
Reggie?
Archie?
Archie?
Maybe it's Archie.
Archie.
Archie or
Start
RG?
over.
Hang on. Because the transcript says Margie, and I
Yeah.
don't think it's Margie.
You know.
Could be.
Hey, Molly. Hey, Laura. Archie from Florida. Just wanted you to know I really love that you have dived into your obsession for podcasting. You're doing a great job.
That was a thank you,
Love
guys.
your shows. They give me a lot of enjoyment on commutes every week.
Yay.
Keep them up and have an excellent week. Thanks
Aw.
for everything.
That's so
Bye.
great. I'm really
Bye,
glad. I'm
Archie.
really glad that they give him a lot of enjoyment on the commutes and not what the transcript says. Because the transcript says they give me a lot of enjoyment on kids every week, and I was really hoping that wasn't the case when we played this. Because I was going blind, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I love
thank you,
it.
Archie.
I'm so glad. I mean, how do people like on the other side of the coast, like on the East Coast, hear about us? I mean, it's just great.
Probably
I'm
because
loving this.
people on the other side of the coast jerk off to my tits and the porn that you
Yay!
make.
Thank
so.
you. Thank you, Archie. We're giving it a pickle yodel.
Yes, because we were very happy when people listen. We actually we went to the dispensary today. Shout out to our dispensary lady.
Yes, we love Betsy. Betsy watches the podcast. She's a fan. She's always really sweet, super helpful. Her
Also,
smile
Betsy,
brightens our day.
you listen. You watch. Maybe you don't watch, but you do listen.
She watches.
So if you're watching, I'm going to look right at the camera and I'm going to tell you these things. And I know who you were because Laura's only told me about you, and I have a really bad time with faces and names. And usually when I go out in public, I completely zone out, and I don't even know how I get there and back again. So when you said that you were a fan of the podcast, I was shook, as the children say. And I didn't know how to respond. And so I went, ha! And I said something to Laura that I don't remember so that I didn't have to look at you directly because it's hard for me. But we appreciate you.
You said, "Oh, this is Betsy,"
And you're probably not thinking about that encounter at all. But now you are. And I've been thinking about it ever since we had it. So well, that's my brain.
Hey!
So-
Bottom line is, all the people at the dispensary are always really sweet.
Fuck
And
yeah.
I feel like they all rep like our merch. They listen. I think like that makes me happy. That makes
Shout
us
out.
happy.
Thank you for making us happy with that stuff too. Because
Thank you. Yeah,
so good. So good.
we
And
love
the
you
deals.
guys.
The
Yes.
deals.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing. And if you were thinking about deals, then you want to also think about going to manscaped.com.
Yep.
Because if you use code TWND at manscaped.com, you save 20% and get free shipping on everything that you purchase. And I know that summer is winding down, but that doesn't mean that your pube stitch needs to wind up. You know what I'm saying? If they are long enough to wind up, you need to get the Lawnmower 4.0, which you can find in the pack.
Yes.
That you can why am I like this? That you can find in the Performance Package 4.0 when you visit manscaped.com and use code TWND to help support the show, help support your balls, and we will thank you, and so will your balls, and so will anyone who perchance happens to lick your balls. And if you are fucking someone who has balls and you've seen their ball stitch and you're just like, whoa, bro, get them the Performance Package 4.0. It includes a Lawnmower 4.0, which has advanced proprietary skin-safe technology. It has a crop reviver and crop ball toner, ball deodorant.
Nose trimmer?
Is the nose hair trimmer in the Performance Package? What?
It's the bomb. You guys need it.
It includes the
You need it.
the Weed Whacker 4.0. They also are sending us some new stuff that we'll be reviewing very soon, which I'm excited. They're sending us the Hedger. There's like I think it's new. I think it's called the Hedger. Don't quote me on that, but it's a smaller face razor instead of like the big one. So
for more details.
So for more detail stuff, there's also a close groin shaver that's got like a 3-blade. So I'm actually going to use that.
That's awesome.
So I'm excited to. I think they're sending foot spray finally too. So they also have great boxers. They have basically anything that you could think of for a gift for a guy. They have it, and I can't think of anybody who has used Manscaped and then gone to something else. Like once you go Manscaped, you stick with it because you know that your balls will keep thanking you, and you know that if you use code TWND at manscaped.com, we will continue thanking you, and you will save 20% and get free shipping on everything that you purchase. It's really, really hot in here. Oh my God, it was so hot when we were doing stuff out today. I was dying. Like, I had that moment.
She was like, do I look okay?
We went to Resorts World just to take photos in a bathroom hallway that we saw on Instagram.
It was awesome, though.
It was awesome, but it was
so pretty in
like
there.
we wanted to do our little flashing thing, but not like bug people too much because I'm not one of those people that like needs to bug people's happiness, you know what I mean? So
we were like just constantly looking around, making sure we weren't interfering with people.
We only had one person come in, and she was like, "You go, girls!" Like, you know, she was chill, but we didn't realize how hot the hallway was from all the lights. Like, you cannot imagine the sheer amount of lights in this tiny little confined hallway, and we're just getting down, we're doing shots of flexing, and then we get out of the hallway, and like it was like I was hit with the cold, and suddenly I was hotter.
Yeah,
and I was like,
it's the temp difference.
I thought I was gonna pass out. It was insane.
Yeah,
that was.
It's always like that too. Like even in the summertime, I feel like it makes me feel a little like unwell, you know, like when you go from that 110 heat to an AC in your house or car, you're just kind of like, whoo.
You're like, am I actually gonna die right now? I asked you specifically, do I look okay?
Yeah.
You're like, no, you look great. I'm like, not for photos.
Yeah, no. She was like, am I gonna pass out? That was like the fear in her look.
I felt like I was going to.
And also remember, if that's the case, remember to keep hydration like in your, you know, everyday life. Like liquid IV, it's so important. And without it, you can feel the difference.
You really can, because I'm out.
Like what Rick says.
I think that was the last situation. That I was feeling icky and feeling pass out. I ran out. So
we need to order some. With what code?
TWND, and you can go to liquidiv.com. Use code TWND to save 15% on your purchase, and it's really, really awesome. We love it. I ordered the guava because we haven't had guava in a while, and they were out of the white peach, which made me sad. So I hope it comes back soon. It will be back. I just wanted it now, but I got white grape instead because that is also sugar-free, and I got sea berry because we haven't had that in a while. I think those are like white peach, sea berry, and guava. I think are my top flavors, and I drink every day. I have at least one liquid IV, and it really, really helps because like I work out all the time. Like lately, I've been done with the gym by like maybe 8 a.m. So I need to hydrate, and when I forget, when I run out, I don't think about it as much. I don't drink as much water because even when I do fill up my little jug with liquid IV in the morning, that's how I start my day. Yeah. Then I just carry around the tumbler all day, and when it gets low, I realize, oh, I need to drink water, and I fill up the tumbler. Not always with liquid IV, but if I start my day that way, then I'm carrying it around, and I'm reminding myself, you know. So remind yourself, go to liquidiv.com, use code TWND to save 15% and help support the show.
Yes, please. And help support David. You know, it really all helps us. So thank you.
Actually, I think David mentioned that if he is able to, would like to try to join us for the live. So maybe we can coordinate a time that would be awesome. That he'd be able to. I don't know how we could do that, but maybe something like David could like be on Zoom with us. Could try to figure. I have to try to figure out the setup for it, but we'll plan it. And
Let's
I have
figure it out.
A lot of ideas for things that I'd like to do for the live. So we will have to do some massive brainstorming.
Yes,
I'm excited.
Me too.
Actually, you know what we could do? Maybe we could do something with costumes because it would be right before October. And we all know that all the month of October is Halloween. So we could get very spooky with it.
Let's do it.
I'm excited. So thank you all for listening. I think that we need to bust out of here because we have more shit to do. Unsurprising to anyone. And if you're surprised by that, go to my OnlyFans. You'll see why. Yep. There's new content all the time, and I'm always there. So.
Because she's a queen.
No, not a queen. Just a rundown husk. Please follow the podcast on Instagram at TWND Podcast. We are finally on Shadow Banned, which is sick. Our appeal was approved, so that's really cool. And if you are listening for the first time, consider going back. Listen to other episodes. There are so many good ones to pick from. We have over 200, or no, over 200. We have over 100. I'm getting way ahead of myself here.
I mean, we will.
We will.
We will get there.
We will. I'm never stopping.
Nope.
I don't
going
care.
Until we're 80.
I don't care if this shit runs my life into the ground. Okay? It's going to be a fun journey that you're going to
I don't care if I get shot in the neck.
I don't care if I get shot in the neck.
Let's go.
Do you want me to shoot you in the neck?
Let's do it.
All right. Well, leave us a rating, share with a friend, anywhere that you can rate podcasts. It really helps us out so much. Share as much as you possibly can. Listen, download, do all the things. Help boost up the podcast.
Yes, be considerate.
We need to be boosted. Be considerate. And then maybe eventually we'll be able to get an actual shop front that you guys can buy merch from instead of having to go to my OnlyFans. But you really should. So
do it.
Thank you all for listening, and we will see you Monday.
Come.
What was this?
That was awesome. We did it at the same time.
Shocker.